she is. Thank you. I love the way it just pans in on Robert's like very sad face. Anyway, welcome to Comics in the Dark. I'm Jared. I'm here with Robert. What's up, my brother?
Yo, what up?
But yeah, so today we have quite a little bit of news, mostly delays, but some good news. So let's start with. So what do you guys want to start with? Actually, as a matter of fact, Robert.
I say the GTA 6 delays, and that's going to be the one everyone wants to talk about.
All right, so that's included in this. So 1943 has been delayed, as well as like GTA and that game, GTA being delayed again.
And again, how many times was 5 delayed?
Let me.
A lot.
Oh yeah, so it's like, I mean, it was delayed a lot. You got 5G, and you got GTA 5. So it's not like it's not like that much of a concern. But still, it's like,
hey, I'll tell you, with Marvel 1943, at least we know it's still being worked on.
Yeah, exactly. Hey, what's up, NJ? Yeah,
everyone was so worried it was canceled.
Compare that to the Wonder Woman game where we knew nothing,
or the Black Panther game.
Yeah,
where we knew even less.
I don't. Yeah. It's like, but it's like, again, we got some updates on that. That's good. That's what we need right now. We need updates. But it's like, it's like with all this, it's like, look, as long as the games are going to come out in a semi-decent to pretty good state, that's pretty good. I'm fine with delays as long as it's not overly delays. GTA is the case where it's like, not only is this game delayed, but Robert, how long of a time gap?
November.
How long of a time gap is between 5 and 6 at this point?
Oh, over a decade?
Yeah, because they keep re-releasing 5 on other consoles.
Hold on,
right?
let me double check. Hold on.
Because I'm pretty sure it's a long time, and that's part of the reason why you have that issue there.
We're already, it's been 12 years.
Yeah, that's a problem.
So next year will be 13 years.
Yeah.
Wait. Did Gale say that the Wonder Woman game was Cersei as the villain, or was it just?
No, I think we're getting that from the concept art.
Well, she could have just been an enemy on there, not the main villain.
And then if there's a GTA 7, it will release the same.
We'll be dead. We'll be dead.
And Andrew, anytime, man, you're always welcome. But yeah,
we'll be dead by the time GTA 7.
Yeah, exactly. Oh, yeah, exactly. We will be like, yeah. Wasn't this announced 2 or 3 years back? I think at least.
Oh no! It's been talked about. Then it was finally announced last year. Because they were saying we won't announce it until we're close to completion.
Yeah,
it was definitely last year. Because everyone kept expecting this year. And then we finally got the release date, and then it got shoved.
Yeah, exactly. By the way, Robert, so you know what's kind of funny? This is really off topic, but I need to tell you this. You know that song that Tris suggested from Dispatch? It's literally on. It's on Spotify. Oh my god! By the way, that song made me laugh out loud when I was playing. It was confirmed she was going to be the big guy who took over the island. Well, yeah, if the enemies are like beastamorphs, that would make sense. So it's like, all right.
But we can't hype up, and that we're going to be talking so much about Dispatch next week.
Next week, we're going to be doing a full Dispatch stream because that's going to be when it's ending. We're probably going to do it on CLD so everyone has a chance to play the full, play to completion.
The last 2, because it doesn't take long to get through those episodes. That's
no, it doesn't. I could do it on UTC. It's just the thing is, I don't want people to have to rush for it.
Right.
But yeah, so that's the thing. But it's like all these games getting delayed. It's like maybe because they put way too much. Honestly, games are getting way too long in development.
Remember when it used to take like a year or 2 before it came out?
Yeah, exactly. Remember that? It's like it was announced a year, and it's like Halo Reach. Yeah, and then all of a sudden, it's like
it's done when it's done.
Yeah, and it's like, here's the thing. I get that like they want to go for like super hyper realistic details, but I'm like, you don't always need to do that.
Yeah, I got to check. How long was Dispatch in development? Hold on.
7 years, but that's not necessarily. It's also because it was because of a different. It was supposed to be a TV show, and then it was like they were all supposed to get like.
I don't. At least the one thing though is remember Duke Nukem Forever. Remember how long that took to come out, and then was it worth it? No.
Well, yeah, and here's the thing: it's by NJ asks cinematic or interactive. Which mode do you enjoy more?
Interactive, of course.
Yeah, I'm doing cinematic right now, so I can have the story. But when I go back and do my Invisigal playthrough, I'll do it interactive.
Oh, I've been doing interactive just because I get the enjoyment of actually completing those things.
Of doing his zipper and stuff. Yeah,
well, that's a start, but it goes through is more for the fights.
Oh yeah.
Although so far the only 2 fights that really happened was the first fight and the bar fight.
Yeah, I figure that bar fight is freaking hilarious. I love that bar fight.
Glory!
I love where the dude's being held up by Mal, and he goes, I'm not gonna lie, I'm kind of into this. And then Malevolent is like, you're gonna be really into this. She throws into a portal.
Right.
But anyway, back to this. It's like, look, but here's the thing, Robert. I've always called for a DC game. Now picture this: that's cell shaded and embraces that comic booky look and feel. Because here's the thing. Here's what you get with that, Robert. You get it where it's relatively ageless and it's cheaper to make, but it still looks good.
You know what? The closest thing to come to that was Telltale Batman to a degree.
Yeah, exactly.
That was the closest. Not as much as Dispatch. Again, we gotta bring that up.
And by NJ, I will always be on Team Blonde Blazer.
Yep.
I will always be on.
NJ, I'll just put it this way. As it stands by episode 6, Blonde Blazer gives you way more unique scenes. All Invisigal gives you is 1 so far.
So far. And again, Rob and I will make our determination at the end. And again, I'm going to do a playthrough where a separate save where I go through the Invisigal parts.
Yeah. But yeah, so like I said, though, my one thing I'm grateful for this delay is we at least know it's still being worked on and not canned.
That's the important thing because, again, it's like I said this with Wonder Woman. The fact that we never got any updates on it for 3 years, not even delays. We never got any updates on it if it was delayed. That was where I started to go.
The most we ever got was the rumors of the restart.
Yeah, that was when that was what, as soon as we didn't hear anything for 3 years, and then a complete and utter restart from scratch. That's when I knew there's no way this game is coming out.
Yep.
That's why I knew that. But anyway, so we'll talk. So refer to our episode on the Wonder Woman game for that. But anyway, that's
right.
That I think is all we really need to talk about with this because it's delayed. Okay, fine.
Okay, whatever.
But also, so you want to go to the other gaming related things?
Yep.
Yeah. So
what's today? What is today?
N7 day, baby.
Yep.
So we got information on the next Mass Effect game as well. So first off, let's talk about the TV show. So the TV show is not a Shepard story, and they made a good point. They go, "You do Shepard story. Why would we rehash it?"
Exactly.
And then, so there was this, like, what's the word? This link that you could go to that was like scrambled. And when you put it back together, it led to this image of Krogan in combat with the caption Civil War.
Oh.
So could it be a Krogan? I think that if this is taking place after 3, it's taking place like it's like in the chaos of like post Reaper, the Krogans all of a sudden have a civil because remember they're multiplying now. The genophage is done.
Well, depending on obviously they're now confirming at least that is canon.
Oh yeah, of course. Yeah, exactly.
I think they're going to confirm that. I think we're going to get a lot of Paragon confirmations.
Yeah, exactly. They're going to really need this. And yeah, the TV show is, we don't know yet. All we know is that it's taking place after the trilogy and is telling an original story with original characters. Luckily, Mass Effect is one of those universes.
Oh, NJ made a point.
Wait. Mass Effect is one of those universes where you can... It's big enough where you don't have to have Reapers and everything, and you can like do a lot of cool stuff. And NJ asked, they said it takes place 600 years into the future, not right
even further than Andromeda.
Yeah, which again, I mean, Liara is alive and stuff, so it's like
Well, yeah, Liara can still be alive, but everyone else, well, and chances are all of our Krogan buddies are probably still alive because they last a long time.
Yeah, they like maybe Rex and a few other characters. So
Grunt definitely.
I imagine if Grunt is the play. Now, here's what I would like. In the new Mass Effect game, you get to play as multiple characters. Like, you're not just playing as like one character. Like, you could play as a Krogan, a Turian, and all these other stuff. A Quarian. Oh, that interesting question. Maybe in the 600 years in the future, the Quarians don't need the suits anymore.
We already know they're on the way there.
Yeah, they were on the way there in like 3, but in that 600 years, right? Rex is a guarantee. That Krogan in red armor is him. Yeah, that's what I figured. It would at least be Rex. There's no way they don't have that in there.
Tali will not.
Tali's not, because she's probably dead, and Garrus is not like.
Oh yeah, they are not. The only two long living are the Krogan and the Asari.
Yeah, so they would be the ones that would show up. So I'm sure.
Look, that's what I'm saying. Rex is probably nearing the end, whereas Grunt would still be fresh.
Now, I'm sure that what they could do, they could like have allusions to like turns, like maybe there's like a Garrus Vakarian monument, or they probably will have to canonize an ending. There could be a cool thing where they give you. Where like they have a monument to the Reaper War, and if you import your save, it'll have the list of everyone that died.
The only problem is then they're going to have to take into account, like, the Krogan can still exist regardless. The Quarians, based on your decision, all right, are still around or wiped out.
Yeah, they're really. That's why if they're going to do this, I mean. The
Krogan are the one you can still keep, because even if you fail to do the genocide, we already know from Andromeda, they were already gaining immunities.
Yeah, exactly. I want Javik, bro, please.
That's Andromeda. Javik, sorry. Javik, sorry. I'll see about that. I don't think that long.
I don't think we've ever gotten any information on how long the Protheans live for.
But yeah, Again, they're going to want to have to build this thing. Either they're going to, because here's the thing, I get BioWare. They are known for taking your stuff into account, even if it's a full game. Look at Dragon Age. All of those still took your stuff into account.
Which I like. And I
even
like
as little as they are.
I like to think there would be like an option to import your save. So like some of your decisions, like which race survived and stuff, would happen. That way they don't have to. Yeah, go ahead.
I think some Quarians will have survived regardless, and then it'll be your decision on if they were an endangered species or not.
Yeah. Or, again, they could have the option to import your character, because if they do that, they don't have to, air quote, canonize anything. It could just be based on
that's what I'm saying. Regardless, you're going to have a group of Quarians still around, but based off of your save, they're either flourishing or an endangered species.
Yeah, exactly. That's where I could see that working for sure.
You sure Veilguard didn't do that? I kept hearing they did.
Veilguard didn't let you import your save, Sally. Did it? Oh, do you want Cerberus as a big bad?
They're gone.
Cerberus was wiped out in 3.
The moment and they went with the elusive man.
Yeah, that's what that penultimate chapter was. Honestly, I'm surprised they haven't done that. Yeah, but it's like, regardless. Another thing we got an update on, Robert. At least we know there's a Mass Effect game in development, and BioWare affirmed they are full on. They are like committed to Mass Effect.
Good,
because that was kind of up in the air with like EA going buyout and all that stuff. Yeah, with the buyout.
So it did tell you they've been further along than Wonder Woman was. That was our big fear.
Yeah, and by the way, you guys better believe my streaming playthrough will be as Wonder Woman. I'm gonna keep that going, but yeah, I'm glad Mass Effect is still getting like the love it deserves, because if there's a series, because here's the thing, I didn't hate 3. In fact, I started on 3. By the way, Robert.
And by the way, quick thing, it says it allows you to carry over key choices from Inquisition through the character creation.
Okay, yeah, that's right.
So it kind of counts.
Cerberus isn't just an organization of people behind it. You could have people. Well, yeah, you could. So you're saying
basically, Cerberus is white supremacist.
Yeah, you could do that essentially, but it's like there's no organization behind it anymore. But there are still some people that like espouse the beliefs of Cerberus.
Pro-human.
Maybe they try and like essentially, you know how like the white supremacists try and like have their own alternate versions of history. They could try and have it where like, oh, Shepard was a spy the entire time.
Yep.
So it's like they could roll with that, but it's like
I just realized something. You know, one thing I definitely think one ending that's never going to be canon is the golden, synthesis ending.
That's never going to be canon. No, here's the thing: you could tell just by watching, but just by looking at the characters' faces, the synthesis ending is not canon.
Yeah,
and here's the thing: when you look at the ending, when you look at the trailer that they put out years ago, there's a destroyed Reaper and a destroyed Mass Relay.
Mm-hmm.
There are only two. There's only one ending where those two things happen together.
My guess is, you know what I think they're going to do? I think they're going to do what the happy ending Ahmad did and take bits and pieces from each ending. Because one, I don't want to lose Edie. No, what? That was why I hated the Destroy ending. I didn't want to lose Edie.
Well, not only Edie, depending on your choice.
Well, the guy
already lost Legion. But yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
But yeah, I didn't want to lose Edie.
So, what does this mod do?
It basically does the Destroy ending, but then it keeps the character, the robot characters alive.
But that's supposed to take out all synthetic life.
No, they drop any reference to that.
Oh, so
it's just Reapers.
So essentially, essentially it's the equivalent of putting the ending into Final Cut Pro and taking out all the parts about all the like synthetics being killed.
Yeah, just the Reapers.
That'd be interesting. Or NJ has the other thing. Can they make all three endings canon and put in the game with all different outcomes? Well, yeah, if you import the game, it's like you could just go with that.
Actually, I will say this. I think you got to be so far in the future that, even if it is synthesis, it's kind of evolved or, been
Here's
removed.
What they could do. Since it's so far in the future, what if it's like it's so far in the future that people forgot what the actual ending is, and they say some say it was destroyed, some say this happened, some say this happened.
Because here's the thing, remember, we only know that it only affected the galaxy, not Andromeda. They were too far off to be affected.
Now, here's the other interesting part. If they want to go with the control, like if you do the control ending, maybe Shepard does a cameo where he goes up as an AI.
He or she, yeah.
He or she, yeah, exactly. And then Dave says the problem with media based on RPGs with divergent plots is that it'll never please the majority of players. Yeah, but that's why with a game where you can import your choices, that's why this is the advantageous position it's in. If you will. And then question, out of all the endings, do you think Control can be canon because the Reapers were because
they were destroying Control?
No, destruction. In the trailer, the Reapers were destroyed. And then the only ending where the Reapers are blown up is the Destroy ending.
Exactly. Well, but obviously the better Destroy. Remember, there's two Destroy endings based on how well your readiness is.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. In the if your readiness is shit, which mine was the first time. The first time I played the game, Robert, I didn't do any of the side con or anything like that. I just did it. Yeah! Everyone died. I'm like, the hell.
Oh, by the way, there's a mod now out there that actually has it be that even if you botch the suicide mission in 2, you can still survive. Just means no one's carried over.
Yeah, but what I liked about the Legendary Edition is what that does is that since it doesn't include the multiplayer, they just have it where you get all those war assets if you complete the other 2 games. In other words, yeah, go ahead.
No, I said I know.
Yeah, that's the good part that they did. Where I'm like, okay, that's.
Well, and NJ, no, we're not saying we're fans of that. We're saying that if you were able to bring in which ending you got, because like it's a case where they really went out by the end of 3, like any little pieces.
Yeah, it's like, so let me put it this way: some people do like the control ending. So if you import that, is that the only way to get Shepard doing a cameo as like the AI god thing?
Yeah, exactly. By the way, I still love how Conrad actually, if you actually did all the collected missions in the first game and everything, it all comes back.
Yeah, exactly.
I love that, where it's like, oh, I got this, oh, I have that. He's like, oh, cool. And again, I love the dialogue. It's like, wait, what about your wife? Well, have you ever had a wife? And I love it. I love it as femship thing. It's like, if you have a shrine, if you have a shrine to me, I'll be very disappointed. It's tastefully done. Ah! I don't know if that's in male shep or not, but
female shep is just
it's
the better voice. That's the best. I like male shep, but let me put it this way: playing through all the games as female shep now, that is like the better performance.
And then your version, you're pretty much having Jennifer Hale voicing Wonder Woman.
Tevia says, I never liked the control line because it made the man right. Well, yeah, that's true. And that's why it's interesting. The way they kind of frame it, you know what's interesting is that when you look at like where the Star Child is showing you the the visions, it's the Elusive Man, Shepard. Actually, Anderson is the one blasting the destroy ending. I'm like, that's interesting. About NJ says, I love Samara in the game as well. Samara's great.
Samara is great.
Samara's great. I love where if you romance Morinth, you die because he's an Ardot Yachi.
Yep.
That is so good.
I also like how, much like Sane, Samara, both of them are relationships that are patient.
Yeah, exactly.
Because you can even still romance Samara, but it only comes about by one of the best DLCs of all time, the Citadel DLC.
That is the greatest thing ever.
And I still love the Duel of the Shepherd DLC, where even Jennifer Hale and Mark Meir loved it. You know why?
Why?
The clone is your opposite gender.
Okay.
There's a mod that allows that, where you can have Jennifer Hale versus Mark Meir finally.
That's so cool.
Which is like, why didn't they do that already?
Yeah, why didn't they have that as a thing?
I mean, I get it. The whole point is the clone is supposed to just be for organs and all that. But come on!
Female and male organs are compatible?
Yeah, well, there's some organs that aren't compatible, though.
Well, yeah, you know that. But it's like, but NJ says, can you remind me why pure bloods are?
They get stale.
They get exactly.
It's basically. They encourage diversifying the bloodline as opposed to being stale.
Yeah, exactly. But yeah, it's like.
And look at it, it's going off of how Mass Effect is.
Well, Mass Effect is awesome, so there's always that time to talk about it. It's always great. Let me see. Who was your favorite squad mate from 2?
From 2?
2.
Garrus.
I gotta go Garrus. He's always calibrating his guns and stuff.
And again, best romance, that voice.
That's what I'm going for, by the way, with my Wonder Woman playthrough. Because I'm like, out the crew on the Normandy, which one would Diana have the most fun with?
Garrus.
It's so Garrus. And
even that voice.
And even here's the thing: even if you're playing as male Shep, Garrus is like your buddy.
Yep.
He's like
there's no Shepherd without Vicarious.
You know what it is? That's the Han and Chewie.
Yep, I love it. Again, there's no Shepherd without Vicarious. I love that.
The creators behind this show are a little questionable. I'm much more excited for Cavill's Warhammer 40K Amazon show, but I hope this is good too. I hope it's good too. Wait a second. I just realized something. Does this mean Leviathans? Because technically they're still out there.
Oh, yeah, they're still out there.
Yeah, exactly.
No matter what.
There's no way, Garrett. No, there's no way. There's no way.
By the way, there's now a mod, finally a mod out there where you can do femshep and romance Tali.
Oh, really?
I'm gonna do that.
Of course you are. That works. That works. But yeah, it's like, yeah. So with me, I didn't.
For me, it's either Gareth or Tali. Those are my favorite romances.
Yeah, with me, I did Miranda in 2, but then I decided I'll try out because for some reason I kept talking to Tali, and then the romance dialogue showed up in my queue, and I was like, screw it. So I did it. That's a great relationship. I didn't know it was that good.
I knew I gotta say with Gareth, I love it how as Shepherd, the whole thing was the relationship started about let's just blow off some steam. Yeah. Your reach and my flexibility. Oh, you went for guys with scars.
I love the scene in 3 where like you're teaming up with Tali and you're in the Geth ship and they're like flirting, and then Garrett's like, I was there when you guys had your little thing. Can you guys just get a room?
Yep.
I love it. See, that's what Mass Effect does so well.
By the way,
the dialogue.
Can I tell you the best mod out there, period, besides happy ending? Early recruitment for 2.
Which is?
You're able to unlock a lot of characters sooner, including an add-on that allows you to get Legion early.
Ooh.
You want to know how? What was stated about where Legion got the armor?
On Eden Prime.
And where's one of the missions you can do?
You can go to Eden Prime?
Well, no. He got it from the remains of the Normandy.
Oh, wait. So you're telling me you can recruit him there?
Yes! He's there. You actually, if you get there soon enough, he's there. He falls over, it's like, Shepard. Then they reactivate him, and thus you can take him with you on Tali's mission. There's tons of unique dialogue.
Oh, wow.
You really should check out that mod. It is so...
I have Xbox, so...
Oh, sorry.
I'll YouTube it.
It is so good. And check out my let's play of it. I did use that mod. Like I said, there is so much unique dialogue you miss.
Yeah, and then NJ goes, based on the art released today, it kind of shows that the Krogan can't help themselves and not visual. That's the
Rex
Krogan.
said that. Rex has said that for years.
Yeah, he said that's the problem with the Krogans. Like, no one wants to like come together. It's like everyone's just rival clans and stuff.
I know, he said he'll try his best and everything.
Yeah, it's like he also had Eve.
Oh my God, I just realized, wouldn't this basically mean then that the Prime Minister or whatever, was right?
The
one
right?
who was encouraging you to keep them sterile?
Yeah.
Wouldn't that mean she was right?
Maybe. Dave says Krogans were basically stand-ins for Mandalorians. Yeah, pretty much. In that respect, yeah, that's actually very...
my favorite bit was, I think it was either with Rex or the guy from Andromeda. What was his name? The old Krogan. But
Dex?
I love him.
Or Drex?
Yeah, him bashing it like, hi.
Yeah, exactly.
I think that was Drex doing that, but hi.
Yeah, I love that. That's great. I love Krogans. They're so great.
I always love with FemChef having her do the headbutt.
Yeah, exactly. Or I love where like at the house party on the Citadel, he and Grunt are doing the headbutt.
Yep.
Or like where James and Jacob are doing the push-up contest.
Yep, and then later they're spinning out. Well, I guess James, that was a character that was forced on them, and they still made him one of the best characters.
Oh yeah. By the way, the anime movie about him is so good. Paragon Lost.
Yeah, definitely. But seriously, the fact is, out of nowhere. But of course, you only get if you talk to him, of course. But he has like a tragic. The fact is, like he sacrificed his whole squad for data that was worthless, and yet he doesn't hold a grudge.
It was useless because of your actions in 2.
But he doesn't hold a grudge.
No, because he knows you didn't know what was going on.
I love that. Again, yes, he's a big beefcake and everything, but it's like. Because that was forced. That's why they gave Edie a body and brought him in. Basically, EA said, give some sex appeal. But
that's why Ashley has like her hair down as well.
Yep. Why would they do it? Because we beat them. It was
because we blew up the collectors. The data he got in Paragon Lost was like how to like counteract the seeker swarms. You don't need that anymore.
Yeah.
And Jay says, I thought with them being cured. No, they said they hoped they would see the light.
Hope. And Rex said he would try. He would try to prevent them from going from self-destruction.
Now, here's the other thing, though. Civil War, that could also mean it's a civil war among, like, the galaxy. Like, maybe the Krogans unite against the other races that royally screwed them over.
Oh, but now they're taking 600 years. You know what? I'm going to decide that Rex is dying, and that's what's, like, going to cause it.
Yeah, it's like he dies, or maybe there's like an incident where like he is assassinated, and it's like
that would cause it. That would so cause it.
That would so cause it. Yeah, exactly. That would be the way to cause it.
Or it's the Krogan from Andromeda coming to the Krogan from the main to get Milky Way.
Yeah, exactly.
Because hey, this is further from Andromeda.
Yeah, exactly. That would work. So
I'll be honest, Andromeda gets a bad rap if you ask me.
you know what's kind of funny? I must have the luckiest console in the world because whenever I see people talking about like console bugs and stuff, I never encountered them.
I know, and I gotta say, I love that is the best video call.
That is the best exploration, I think. Like yeah. Like
I love it. And again, I love the climax as you're driving through everything. There's nothing
the
attacking
ship is flying over.
Yeah.
There's a battle going on.
And all this dialogue as everyone's getting ready for the finale. That is one of the best lead-ins to the finale, period.
Yeah, exactly. Or like, I love the side quest where like you're having movie night and you're recreating the scene because you can make it act better.
Andromeda is not bad.
It's not horrible. By the way, that was my first time having my character. That was the first time I romanced a Turian. I did Vex.
Yep. Well, and you know what? You know what the rumor is? What they seem they were implying?
What?
That was Saren's daughter.
Ooh.
That was it because she said remember what she said about her father?
What did she say?
Her father was notorious.
Oh.
And that's why she and her mother left? Or why she left? No, she and her sister left. Was because of how they couldn't do anything because of her father.
Oh.
Now, of course, it's not guaranteed it was oh, geez, what a hilarious bomb. No, I don't think they can.
Yeah.
I think either the cure or if there was no cure, the evolution would make them immune to another attempt.
Yeah, so they can't do it again.
Plus, they lost the geniuses behind it.
Yeah, exactly. That would be... Well, we're not saying Saren would care. It's... No. Okay, Robert, explain it again.
Okay, it's more of a case of... Remember, Saren was doing what he thought was best. Mm-hmm. He wasn't evil for the sake of being evil.
He wasn't like...
No, he's more Jeff John Sinestro.
Yeah, exactly.
Which
I like that version of Sinestro way more.
Well, yeah, basically that's what he was. A well-intentioned extremist that thought he could control it, much like Elusive Man, which made Elusive Man's downfall so stupid. I'm sorry. Mm-hmm. But yeah, so basically like he probably thought I'm doing this for her. Mm-hmm. Basically, the notion is, yes, he had a daughter. We just never knew about her. And given how he was a Spectre, they probably kept that secret.
Yeah, NJ says sums up perfectly. He believes it's useless to fight Invincible Enemy. By the way, speaking of the Elusive Man, you know what's so normally I don't do renegade choices. Anyone that's watched my playthrough knows this, but you know what's the one renegade choice I always do?
What?
After you take when you fight Kai Lang and you defeat him, the one to stab him in the gut and say that was for Thane, you son of a bitch. I always do that because that is way too satisfying.
Yep, and then the other one I do is kicking the guy out the window.
Yeah, I'm sorry. After what that guy pulls in 3 killing Thane or even Miranda,
here's how I play it.
No,
here's how I play it always. First game, it's always pure Paragon. Although I do use the glitch that allows you to build up renegade points.
Really?
You want to know what the glitch is?
What?
When you're on the ice planet. Mm-hmm. And if you're doing the mission where you're trying to give the data to the one guy to help you out, to get the pass and everything, you could actually keep on saying there's actually a bug in there where the dialogue will keep looping where it's like, oh, I'm going to hold on to it now that you have my property, and you could just keep picking the other option until it builds up your the opposite meter.
Good. Oh my gosh, that's great.
Yeah, that's a perfect glitch to do that, to exploit it. And that way I had a shepherd who did both the Paragon and Renegade unlock missions. Mm-hmm. Which is funny that when you have Admiral, what's his name?
Hackett.
Yeah, Hackett is sending you up there, and then I successfully talked the guy down, and then Hackett's like, I'm surprised. I thought you were going to actually kill him.
That's good. I love that. But yeah, so the Mass Effect show, it looks very interesting, and the game is very intriguing.
Stupid.
Kai Lang, yeah.
Oh, there actually is a mod that can actually have the Vermilion choice resurrected as in the Kai Lang role.
Who?
Whoever you left on Vermilion on
Vermeer.
Vermeer.
So Caden can be Kai Lang? Oh God, that's terrifying.
And there's another one that I can actually have it be either Miranda or Jacob.
Because I know there is, if you did not save Jack in Grissom Academy, she can become like a Cerberus thing.
And I gotta say, Jacob worse.
I don't like him as a character.
I hate him.
He's
the fact that again you romance him and then he screws you over and into the excuses. He's become like his dad. And then the place is, I like the mission with his dad.
Yeah, exactly. It's very compelling.
But they had to derail him.
By the way, I love when you romance Thane. I like the ending he got in 3.
Tragic.
Where like you watch his final particularly if you romanced him as FemShep and you see her crying.
Yep. I'd be honest, Thane definitely would also be for a Wonder Woman.
Thane could also work for Wonder Woman. I'll give you that. I would give you that.
Unfortunately, it's too tragic.
It's too tragic. It's too close to Tom King. Except it's better. Except not. Yeah. Exactly.
Well, I was going to say, what the heck are you talking about?
Except it's not like except it's well written.
Jacob is more Tom King.
Jacob is Tom King himself. That's what he is. But
well, written for one story, then complete crap the next.
The other thing is like I love romancing Miranda because I love teasing her about being little mess perfect.
Yeah. Oh, by the way, there is a mod that puts the butt shots back.
But
of course.
I'm gonna do her loyalty mission, and then see. Here's the thing, I'm like, okay, so how do I make it so I cannot have either of them pissed off at me at the end of the loyalty mission?
It's easy. You just gotta gain up enough loyalty with them beforehand. You just gotta make sure you save.
But with Jack, it's the loyalty thing.
No, you gotta save their missions towards the end, so you got enough Paragon. It's like trying to do that with what's his name? He was one of the DLC one. The grizzled guy. What?
Zaid?
Mm-hmm. Oh, there's a mod for that too, where you could actually do the Paragon option of saving the people, but if you actually make it in time, you can take the son of a bitch down.
Oh, okay. Interesting.
And I just cursed. I'm sorry.
No, it's okay. That's fine. That one I'll allow.
And I adore Kasumi.
Kasumi's great. I love Kasumi too. She's fun. Shep. I love where she's talking to us through the TV. She's like right there on the rafters looking at us.
Yep. And boy, she's also tragic.
Yeah, again, it's like a lot of these characters are very tragic.
Yeah, tell you, there's a mod to give them different outfits, and her outfit is kind of interesting because it actually doesn't have her have the hood on.
You know what's kind of funny about Mass Effect 2?
Hmm?
It's pretty much a better version of the Suicide Squad.
You know what? There's a mod. I gotta find it.
There's a mod. Okay.
Not a mod. An edited trailer.
But Dave says we need the Green Lantern RPG inspired by Mass Effect. Yes, I've long said that word. Tavia says Kasumi reminds me of Catwoman from DC. Oh yeah, exactly. So that's kind of the role.
Here we go. We gotta watch this very quickly.
Is it gonna get me dinged?
Will it? It's just a trailer audio.
All right, hang on. I'll try this.
Like I said, they use the game because usually you get dinged if it's the
Actually, I can't. It has the music.
Right, it has the music.
I can't. Oh, but I see trailer for the first Suicide Squad movie like that.
Yep.
That's interesting. Oh, I saw some people edit together Halo cutscenes to make Halo, but Suicide, but too.
Yep. Oh, yeah. I've seen that. Yeah, when they try to make like a live action movie,
or like a not live action, but someone apparently made an entire AI trailer for like a Mass Effect movie.
I do not like those AI trailers.
No, they look so horrible.
Why do these people do that?
I don't know, but anyway, but
we,
yeah,
we have other topics to get to, don't we?
Yeah, we're done with Mass Effect. We're done with Mass Effect. The point is,
we gotta do a CLG. We gotta do a full stream about Mass Effect at one point.
Yeah, we'll do it. Mass Effect is comics. We can do that on Comics Link for sure. So let's do Venom or Warner Brothers.
I think since Warner Brothers is going to be the bigger one, let's just quickly get Venom out of the way. It's stupid. Right. Move on.
I'm going to show you guys this because this is the dumbest. This is Marvel yet again demonstrates their ability to be complete and utter morons.
Mm-hmm.
So what they're doing now, and it's just a preview, but I feel like I have to say this. So the preview is of an upcoming Venom issue, and I sent it to Robert, so I'm going to pull up our chat from that. Okay, I'm trying to find it. Where is this? Okay, hang on. Iron Venom. I'll just do this. Iron.
It's not a joke, Tevya.
Nope, it's not a joke. I wish it were a joke.
Now, here's the only thing. It might be they might do it a rival skin, and that's why they put it in.
So they're trying to so MJ and the Venom are trying to impersonate Iron Man. They can't fly, so MJ pops out, skates, and starts skating.
First of all, when did Venom ever do that?
Yeah, when was that a thing? Normal Venom, I think they're going off of the fact that Venom can impersonate clothes.
Yeah, but wheels?
Yeah, it's like I love this account. It says if it wasn't MJ underneath there, I'd like it.
Agreed.
But it's like no, it's just Marvel. Why you gotta Marvel? Yeah, exactly, Dave. Good Lord, that is stupid.
Okay, we got that out of the way.
Okay, so now to Warner Brothers. And by the way, Cameron says, back when I was a kid, Iron and Venom combining would be dope, but seeing it in person, well, no, you know why they're doing it here. It's yeah. So updates on the Warner Brothers sale. Practically every single movie studio is in the running.
That isn't Disney.
Is in the running to purchase Warner Brothers.
We all know Disney not because it's too big now.
And also, there's no way that sale would go through, considering the fact that that Disney would own DC and Marvel.
But I gotta say, after them having such a great year, are you really surprised? They just told their shareholders that Superman was a success.
Well, not only that, and not only did you have Superman, you have Weapons, you have all these other movies that did really well. Now you do they did take some hits. They had a lower theatrical thing this year, but that was like across the board. But it's like, but it's like, and now let's go over some things because again, everyone's saying Netflix should buy it for a very specific reason. But let's talk about that. Netflix has been clear that if they were to buy it, they wouldn't continue legacy content.
Now we don't know where that applies to Gunn, but we know that wouldn't apply to Zach.
Yeah, and now it could be that will change later. It doesn't mean it'll be like forever, but still, it's like okay.
But am I right though? Like we don't know where that would apply for Gunn.
Yeah, exactly. That's the thing because I'm like. Does that count as legacy media?
We don't know.
Yeah.
We know Zach would,
Yeah, because that's far enough away. But it's like, does it? Because if it does, then it means that
Universal is putting stuff in now. Only Paramount is willing to buy up everything, including Discovery. Everyone else is just Warner Brothers.
Yeah, it's like unless Disney agrees to the palms of government regulatory agencies, but Disney can't even handle their own IPs. Yeah, exactly. And then Cameron says, honestly, that's fair. Why continue some that people already got over and shouldn't and should have in other cases? Yeah, that's true. But again, does that apply to Gunn? Because if it applies to Gunn, his universe is not going to. Corn Sweat won't be Superman.
Yep. Now. I will say, though, Universal, I think, is one of the better ones because they already have deals with Warner Brothers.
Yeah, exactly. And
Harry Potter, the ride.
And we could get a DC theme park. Tell me that would be dope.
And since Warner Brothers still has the theme park rights to Marvel, we could have Marvel and DC at Universal.
Yeah, it's just
Here's the thing,
imagine.
though. It's permanent. It is indefinite.
Yeah, it's like it's not like that expires.
And you can. As long as they have the rights, there's nothing saying you can't have both of them.
Yeah, exactly.
So that means they can have Marvel versus DC events.
Oh, can you imagine that?
Yep, they're like,
yeah, exactly.
Action shows. I think Paramount.
Nope, not Paramount. No. Walter Hamada works there. Nope.
And not only that, though, but they're getting a little too right-wing if you believe rumors. Well,
blacklisting people for being anti-Semitic, that's not altogether bad.
But then the rumor, though, they want to push MAGA views.
They shouldn't be pushing any political views, so I'll be with you on that.
Yeah, but I would say Universal, Apple, or Amazon, if Amazon is in the running. I don't know if they are.
Cameron asks, whoever buys them, does that mean they're ever with the DCIE movies?
Oh, yeah. Basically, anything that's in Warner Brothers. The only thing that, again, except for Paramount, they're all willing to just buy just the Warner Brothers side after the split.
Yeah, and what that would mean is like they would own everything DC. Now, does that mean that they would be very hands-on with the comics? Probably not. Let's be honest. Probably not.
It's not going to affect the comics because it never does.
Games? Yes. Because it's like, again, games and movies make enough money that it's financially prudent for them to be involved.
Do I think Netflix buying would be a good thing? No.
Okay, and why?
It just, if you look at, as JJheat pointed out last time, look at Netflix's track record with their own original IPs. They've gone to crap, and these are only very hit and miss with already established IPs.
Yeah, exactly. That's the other thing there.
I'm sorry, Netflix does not have a good track record.
Yeah, because how do you know that like they'll have Zack start on the Snyderverse and then they'll just pull the plug
or something like that?
Yeah, exactly.
I think Universal. Like I said, I think Universal, Apple.
But a gun will walk away from DC when the new owners tell them to do a Wonder Woman movie before Captain America. Well, here's the thing.
They're already working on a Batman movie.
Here's the thing, because Robert and I were having this conversation today. It's like let's assume they want to keep Gunn. Let's assume everyone wants to keep Gunn. He will not have the level of autonomy he has now.
No.
I see no scenario where they decide to keep that.
They're not going to reduce it back to pre-Zaslav. They're not going to do that either.
No, but they would be more forceful of, can you do Batman and Wonder Woman first before like another Peacemaker or Checkmate or anything like that?
Which I'm sure he'll play ball.
Yeah, that I think is relatively a good compromise. Because they're not saying no to these projects. They're just saying, please establish like our more well-known characters first. And
but now I think he would push against them, and they were trying to basically say, it was going to be a repeat before and say, let's rush just to catch up.
No, but it would be more like just at least do Superman, just at least get the Justice League as movies first, and then you can do those other characters.
Yeah, exactly.
Like do it at the pace that Marvel did it. If they're patient enough, that's the way they could do it.
Mm-hmm.
But it's like they probably won't, because it's like, this is WB we're talking about.
Yeah, exactly.
He also has to gain permission of what he wants to do with DCU. Well, it's not like, well, actually, wait. That's it. NJ brings up actually a good point. Will he have to represent his plan to the
probably?
Executive? Yeah, probably. And watch, they could say, okay, you can't do this, you can't do this, you can't do this.
That's very true.
Or like, who's Checkmate?
Then he'll have to defend himself.
Because here's the thing. The Checkmate itself is a deep pull among comic book fans.
Right now, Tevya, no, I do not agree with that.
So I'm guessing DC Games, which is probably not happy with. No, but it's like that was probably not going to happen to that degree anyway.
Right.
So it's like, it's not necessarily that. If this sale goes through, does that mean Gunn will focus on A-list characters?
Oh, again, no, probably allow some B and C lists, just not as in the forefront.
He won't be able to like put like 80 movies. Like, let me put it this way: if the sale had gone through before he came in, it would have been Superman, Batman, Wonder Woman, maybe the
Green
Flash,
Lantern.
Green Lantern. Lanterns would have still come out because will still been kept in its release window because Green Lantern, and then it's like Justice League, and then expand.
I will say this: I do think that I think the DC movies have done enough of a success that they would not just close down DC Studios.
No. They're not gonna get. Let me put it this way: if they came in and didn't like Gunn, they would just appoint another person as head of DC.
I know. I'm just saying. Well, can we agree on that though? Say what you want about how well they've done. They've done enough of a success that you can say DC Studios is viable.
Well, yeah, because it's like the success of DC Studios is not necessarily like hinged on it's not because like this way. Let's say it flopped. That's not because of like the studio itself existing. That it may be a case of different leadership.
But you do know that it could, if it flopped, it would give someone that was buying up and a reason to be like, nope, we're taking back control.
It could be. Well, what they would probably do is put one of their people in charge of that.
Okay, no, Dave. Okay, that is a joke, but no, I don't.
Yeah, it's a joke. It's a joke. In my opinion, they shouldn't try and copy the MCU format. In my opinion, they should just. Well, yeah, that's what I mean. I'm not saying. I'm saying do movies about the A-listers first. However many that is. Batman, Superman, Wonder Woman, Justice League, and that.
So remember this though. Iron Man wasn't originally an A-lister.
No, but when
his movie came out.
No, but they did that by necessity.
Yeah, because that's all they had.
And like put it this way, Blue Beetle proved that that assertion doesn't work anymore.
True.
Because Blue Beetle was a good movie, but no one knew who Blue Beetle was, so no one went to go see it.
It's unfortunate, yeah.
But the very fact that you have people seeing it now on Max and are going, "This is a good movie," and I go, "Then why did you watch it?"
I'm getting so. You know what? I gotta say, people have to take that into account now. As I say, the "oops, I missed it" crowd.
Yeah, exactly. Tavia says, actually, that reminds me. I'm curious about something. If this sale goes through, what does that mean for animated movies like Nightfall? Because it could be.
That's already in production, dude.
That's already in production. It doesn't mean they'll go to theaters. It just means they'll probably still.
Especially not when it's a 4-parter.
Could they force Gunn to stick to solo movies on the concept? No. If Gunn stays, it's going to be a shared universe.
Here's the thing. We talked about this last night. The shared universe. I'm sorry.
No, in my opinion, what's probably going to happen in that case, the only scenario where they decide to abandon it is if they like get rid of Gunn.
You really think so?
Because they could say for right now, let's just do solo movies and not worry about connecting them. If we get successful enough, then we can put in some connections.
Maybe not.
Yeah, I mean, like this way, that's a scenario. It's not necessarily like that's the thing. And then Cameron says, honestly, I thought Young Justice proved him up, but animated shows don't have the pull. Yeah, exactly. He's talking about Blue Beetle. Yeah,
I know. And there was too big of a gap between Young Justice and the movie.
Well, and also remember, it's like people thought it was going to be successful because Zolo was in it.
Because of Cobra Kai.
And I'm like, I guess that didn't work. So it's like you can't necessarily bank it on the actor and like the people going to go see the actor.
Right.
But anyway. But
well, yeah, look how well Jared Leto did for Tron Ares.
Yeah, exactly. He morbed all over that movie.
It's morbid time. But we said though. I mean, so Jared, I gave my opinion. Which studio do you think would do best for you?
Universal for one. I would have to say Apple for another. Because also Apple stuff is really good. Apple TV has been producing some killer stuff. So they focus a lot on quality. So at the very least, if it has the Apple logo for DC stuff, it would be they would put a bigger emphasis on quality, I feel like.
Right.
And then Tavia says, okay, to clarify what was mean for wait, does this mean we can get into the Spider-Verse animation but for DC? Oh, you mean in terms of them getting a budget like that? But no, it doesn't mean that.
No.
It doesn't mean that. It definitely does not, because not enough people care about that. Blue Beetle has some bad marketing too. Yeah, well, also, yeah. And then NJ says, will Netflix kill DCU or just remove Gunn? Again, it depends on what they mean by legacy media.
Yeah, I think, in my opinion, it's too new to consider it legacy.
Now, it could be that it's just like we want to do a fresh start. Could be with Gunn, but still, but again, and I'm sure, by the way, if Netflix is announced to be buying it, I'm sure that the question will come up and they'll clarify it.
Mm-hmm.
I'm sure some journalist will ask the question, and then they'll probably say, hey, look, we'll look at how the current releases of DC Studios go and make a decision based on that.
I gotta wonder, why is the guy at Paramount so desperate to wanting to get Warner Brothers, I wonder?
I have no idea. I honestly don't.
They're like willing enough to do a hostile takeover?
It could be to do that, but if it's a hostile takeover, would they keep the executives? Because Paramount's the only one, as far as I know, that officially announced that they would keep the management team.
Yeah, I'm saying that, but yeah, a hostile takeover. Like, you don't announce a hostile takeover. You're giving them heads up to block it.
Yeah, exactly. That's like because you ever get these spam calls of people.
God.
It's obviously spam calls of people saying you're about to be arrested by the local cops. They won't call you ahead of time.
You know what? Speaking of which, funny thing my dad once told me of one of those spam calls saying, we accidentally tapped into your server. We need your IP so we can fix it. To which he said, okay, if you were able to actually tap into it, you should already know my IP. Why are you asking for it? Mm-hmm. Because that's a good point. Like, if you're good enough and you accidentally entered your server, my server, you would have my IP.
Yeah, exactly. Or it's like I've been getting a lot of spam because of the Kickstarter campaign and like everyone like wanting to help me promote and stuff. But it's like I found something that was clearly a scam when I looked at it because they said they looked at my campaign but got the amount of money and funding percentage wrong. And I go, you should see this.
It reminds me of on DeviantArt, I get some people saying like, oh, I loved your stuff. I want to do a commission. You look, they have one drawing on their stuff. And then you realize your art has nothing to do with my stuff. What the hell are you talking about?
Yeah, exactly. And then Tevia says, what does that mean for managing stuff? Like, I don't understand that. I mean, it's like they would keep the managerial team. That's what I mean.
But like I say, yeah, they're basically, again, I'm not surprised with Warner Brothers being, after having such a great, they had the best year out of everyone.
Clearly rebounding. Like this way, they may not have let's say, yes, compared to everyone else, they had a fantastic year. They're rebounding. And if you buy, whoever owns Warner Brothers owns the most iconic characters in this way, you own Batman. That alone is like, yeah, I think we want to do that.
Yep.
But anyway, we'll see and keep you updated on that. So before we go to our Q&A, I'm going to play the Athena trailer real quick. Actually, I played the wrong video. Here we go.
My home has been invaded, my people slaughtered, and I could not do anything to stop it. Not again. I will not lose another home, another family. I am Princess Lyra of the planet Sutragar, Athena, the goddess of thunder, and this is my story.
That's a great trailer. But yeah, so let's go to our little Q&A and then we'll wrap up. But yeah, so ask us anything about the news, anything you guys want to talk about. Robert and I have books to show off.
For me, the Danny Phantom comics. If anyone remembers Danny Phantom, these are the official continuations.
So what I got, I finally opened the treasury. It's taking me forever to buy this. So apparently, by the way, my comic book shop owner was telling me that my comic book shop owner was telling me that at the annual for Absolute Batman is like selling for like $40 on eBay.
What?
Yeah, like it blew up.
Because of the controversy?
A little bit. Yeah, I got Alien Cap.
Yep, so did I.
I got Rook. I got so the other thing in terms of graphic novels, I got volume 4 of Hickman's Avengers because I had Infinity, so I want to continue from that. And yes, I got the omnibus for He Who Must Not Be Named's New Avengers run, which New Avengers run is great. This is during his heyday.
I was like, there's no such thing as chaos magic.
Robert, that's Robert's favorite line from that book.
But yeah, seriously, we'll be covering this on Super Pals.
Oh yeah. That's this week's Super Pals because it's so far I've enjoyed it. It looks great, and again, it's very important because it brings Maxima back.
It brings Maxima back. Yep.
Yeah, Cameron says that controversy is dumb. Like, it's not that impossible for these types of people to live in Gotham. It wasn't that. It was more of like that these writers keep wanting the same story over and over again of like X character fights white supremacists.
Mm-hmm. By the way, like I said though, did you ever watch Jane Phantom that much?
Yes, I did. I had the Game Boy Advance game.
Yeah, but yeah, seriously, look at this. That's the fact that we got this deals with the fallout for Dark Danny finally.
Mm-hmm.
And then this one, we get finally Danny confronting Valerie and getting things resolved, but the Ghost returns.
Yeah.
Danielle.
Yeah, exactly. And NJ, that I don't know yet. It could be any of them. To be clear, it could be any of them. It's just I don't necessarily know which one would be. Honestly, is my bet on who would treat the DC thing with more respect. Universal. I gotta be honest, it's Universal.
But would they treat Wonder Woman again? The problem with Wonder Woman is not many people understand or get her.
You need someone that wants to like. Now, could they have people?
Sure. They could, but we don't know.
Yeah, and then Tavia says, speaking of what's going on in Teen Titans, because it's clear to me that the last one ended got nothing. That's the other thing that like JJheat want to talk about, but he's not here, but we'll talk about it here. It's kind of funny how there's no Teen Titan book.
So far, nope.
And I'm like,
no, there's Titans.
There's Titans, but there's no Teen Titans.
That's true.
Yeah, and then Cameron says, if it had been the Court, it would have been better. Yeah, that's the thing. It's not necessary. It's not. The controversy is not that racists and people exist. It's that it's the same. If this story had been done, let me put it to you this way. The reason why like Green Lantern, Green Arrow, Hard Traveling Heroes is revered is because back then you weren't getting those stories.
Right.
It wasn't the same thing over and over and over again. And then Dave says, if Paramount buys WB, Danny Phantom could be integrated into the DC universe.
Yep, he could. Ninja Turtles too.
That would be great.
Well, My Life as a Teenage Robot.
Wait. You know what this means? If Paramount buys it, we could get a TMNT Batman live action movie.
Oh,
bro!
Or another animated movie.
Or we could get JLA Transformers.
The fact that New 52 put the kibosh on that.
No, but bro, we could get a movie.
I know, but the thing about that comic, you've seen the artwork for that comic, right?
Yeah, exactly. That was supposed to happen.
Blame New 52 because they couldn't do it.
Yeah, and then Tabby says it's bothering me a lot because the Teen Titans, even New 52 had a book.
But we've had some points where there hasn't been a Teen Titans book though.
Yeah, it's not like they're a thing that's like it's unusual if they don't have a book like Justice League per se.
Now, if they go by like it goes 2 years without one, then there's a problem.
Yeah, but Cameron says is Power Rangers in DC possible?
They already did one.
They already did one.
Justice League Power Rangers,
and it's really good, by the way.
But Paramount does not own Power Rangers.
Yeah, exactly. Wait, I got something. Last Ronin, Dark Knight Returns in terms of a movie. But yeah, that would work. You could 100% do that. And it's Ben Affleck Batman with Michelangelo. That would be so good. That's cool.
Yep. But yeah, there's so much they could do. Yeah.
Yeah, there is a ton there.
Looney Tunes meet the Nicktoons.
Ooh. Oh, DC Mortal Kombat. Well, can they already do that?
Yeah, they already can. Well, they can already do that because Warner Brother owns Mortal Kombat.
Or another game. Maybe they could actually bring the game back, like put it back in circulation. Maybe.
Well, given how poorly the Legacy Collection's doing.
Yeah, but
You heard about that? You
with
heard
this, but here's the difference with this. You would have access to the DC IP.
I gotta say though, I am so bummed out because Digital Cliff she does good stuff. What happened? What the hell happened?
Batman recruits Michelangelo into the Dark Knight Returns Green Arrow role. Oh yeah, Michelangelo fights Superman.
Well, to be fair though, Mikey's dead now.
Oh yeah, but it'd be hilarious.
Carrie Kelly meets up with the new Turtles.
Yeah. By the way, I could see one of the new Turtles going, Martha. You could so see that. Actually, there's a crossover. This could also mean we get across.
Yeah, like Ren and Stimpy meeting up with Bugs and Daffy.
Yeah, exactly. But yeah, I think that's a good place to leave it. So yeah, this was a fun one, and yeah. So in terms of WB, that's more of like a wait and see thing because there's any number of ways.
I would say I don't think Paramount would be that bad compared to some other people getting it.
My one concern again is Walter Hamada.
But that doesn't mean Hamada. But that he's in charge of Warner Brothers, not DC Studios. So he won't be having a say in it.
It depends because remember I said it's like WB could be able to put more influence on Gunn.
But it'll be whoever's the president, not Warner Brothers.
I still don't trust. Let me put it this way: you could be right. I'm just very weary of putting.
You're being cynical.
Can you blame me? I have historical precedents. Look at what happened to the Snyderverse.
True. I would say so long as it's not Sony.
Oh yeah, I'll give you that. Sony.
Because who's that Sony?
Who is?
He was one of the other guys that was responsible for the Snyderverse falling apart.
Oh, you mean Emmerich?
Yep.
Yeah. Which of the two would you rather have? Honestly, I would rather not have Sony because here's the thing. Sony in and of themselves, look at what happened with the Spider-Man rogues.
Oh, God. Now, Grant, that's them trying to make do with what little they have.
But you don't use the Spider-Man villains that people really know?
Well, aside from Venom.
And then they're like, oh, all we have to do is they basically copied Venom. But anyway, I think that's a good place to leave it. So what we're going to do is, so Robert, where can we find you and what we got coming on your channel?
Link down below. I've been doing PTNs. In fact, just today, Jared and I went over Superman Batman Generations 2 and gave one of his new favorite characters, Stevie.
Oh yeah, the other good time Giants have a dog. By the way, Dave says, what would you think if Restore the Gunverse hashtags became a thing? You know those people would do it.
You know that'll be done now out of ironic though, right?
No, but you know some people would actually expect it to happen.
Yeah, but and also I'll be let's playing episodes 3 and 4 of Dispatch this weekend.
Hell yes.
God, we're obsessed with it.
Oh hell, and again, next Comics League Dark is going to be all let me put it this way, unless there's like some earth-shattering news, we're going to be talking all about Dispatch on
Team Blonde Blazer,
yes.
Whoa.
Yes, exactly. So we'll talk about that. And as for Comics League, tomorrow's movie night. I'll be on the vodka stream tonight at 10 Eastern, and then tomorrow movie night's Black Adam, so we'll be seeing an okay movie, and then Super Wonder Legacy is live. Britt and I are going to be comparing Superman and Wonder Woman to Supreme and Glory, I think her name is. And then for Amazon Answers, I'm going to go through every single issue of Tom King's Wonder Woman era and talk about all the things it gets wrong.
Poor man.
You're not the first person to say that. I'm going. This includes the Trinity series.
Why did you give people the option when you knew they were going to pick it?
No, because I thought it'd be hilarious. I was like, okay, so here's what I could do.
Give an option if you don't want to do it.
No, but here's the thing, Robert. I want to do it.
Oh, okay.
I want to give people as many reminders of like the punch, the eating rats things.
All right, so you want to torture people?
Oh yes, and that too. I want to torture my audience. Yes, I do. I feel like an asshole, but still. But see you guys tomorrow. Lois Lane is Lois Lane. She belongs to General Zod. Steve Trevor, Steve Never. He belongs the Bomber Hydraulic Press. Zois and Max about for life. We'll see you guys later. Bye bye.